welcome back to my channel for another stitch with me. Today is, I don't know what the date is today. Should have looked before I started really. We're on Thursday, the 27th of July 2023, and this is what we're working on. These cute little turtles on the cake stand. How gorgeous. So I've just literally picked up a lilac 554, is it? Yep, and I'm starting there. So I've already put a few stitches in right there, so I'm just going to carry on. How are you all? I hope you're all well. The lighting is not brilliant again today. It's rather grey and overcast. It was sunny this morning when I did the papers with Ellie, but there was some really dark clouds in the background just looming, and they've come over now, so it's probably going to get darker and rain. Nothing unusual for us for the past 2 weeks. It's been like so up and down. The sun's been out 1 minute and then it's absolutely chucked it down the next. So we've had a right mixed bag of weather. Doesn't feel like summer at all. It's weird. Anyway, I've let the kids have the same 6 weeks holiday that the school kids do, just because it gives me a break as well. And I'm going to try and get some fabulous progress, especially on Kelly's. I've had that out already this week. I can't believe where this week's gone already. It's Thursday today and I feel like I've done next to nothing. And I went way. I did like 400 odd stitches on Kelly's. Come on, got a knot. So that's not bad, 400 odd stitches. That was just one day. Here we go. So yeah, I've just took her out of the lowery frame because that's where my phone thingy is attached to, which is what you guys are sitting on. But as soon as I'm done, that's going back in the lowery, and I'm going to try and get a few stitches done on that before dinner. Or lunch, it depends where you are as to what you call it. We've always called it breakfast, dinner and tea. My eldest son's girlfriend has always called it breakfast, lunch and dinner. So when I say it to him now, I say about, you know, the kids haven't had their dinner yet, he'll say, "You mean lunch, Mum?" He corrects me now. But I was always brought up on breakfast, dinner and tea, you know. I've got another unboxing to do when it arrives. It shouldn't be much longer. It's actually a kit I'm really excited about this time. Sorry, that's my other half. Do I want a coffee? And that's Binks. He knows my other half's in the kitchen, so he's going to try and get some treats out of him. I tell you what, he spends more time sitting in the kitchen, pouring the fridge. They used to be kept in the fridge, the cat treats. But I just... we've got a tub for him on the side now. So anyway, he learned that if he he puts his paw against the fridge and he'll go like that on the fridge. And he's learnt that if he does that, stop picking the carpet, Binks. If he does that, somebody will give him treats. And quite often he'll have had a bunch from either me or my other half. And then the kids will come down and Ellie will walk in and go, can I give Binks some treats? He's paw in the fridge. He's not daft, I tell you. He'll do it to anyone and everyone. And by the end of the day, he's probably had like nearly half a bag of treats, because no one really says, excuse me, no one really says anything to anyone else. Oh, I've just given Binks treats, you know. And he's getting a fat cat. But we have a neighbour. He lives 3 doors down, him and his wife. And every morning you'll see all the cats. I say not all the cats, but there's like 4 maybe sitting outside their front door. Now they've got 2 cats of their own, but they're indoor cats. And every morning he comes out at about 8 o'clock. He will bring out 4 bowls of cat meat and cat biscuits, and he'll give it the cats that are sat there. He knows whose they are. You know, they know who he is and everything, and they talk, so he knows they're fed, but he just likes to do it. Well, I've always said to him, has Binks ever been here? He said, no, I've never seen him. Anyway, Ellie rang me the other day and said, guess who's sitting on their doorstep? I said, go on. She said, Binks. He was waiting for them. Riley spoke to him later and he said, no. I didn't see him, so he must have gone before he brought the cat food out. Yeah, he feeds quite a few. And here's the next funny thing. They always know as well the time. It's like they're there around the same time every morning. They know what time he comes out. And then they're there again in the evening, because he feeds them twice a day. Such a sucker he is for animals. So yeah, they're there about 5, 6-ish, because they know that's what time he comes out then with the cat food again. It's really funny. We always laugh about Binks and his dinner clock. His clock's wrong. We feed him in the morning when I get up, so that's usually between 7 and half 7. Depending on, you know, what other things I've had to do as well when I've got up. And then he'll come back in, and it seems to have got earlier and earlier, and he meows at you. And he'll go and sit by the fridge. I mean, it used to be sort of, we'll feed him again at 12. But he started coming in 11:30, 11 o'clock, and we just kept laughing. His dinner clock was off. But he's had a couple of days where he's not been very well, to be honest. At the bottom of my stairs we have what we call a green tub. It's so called because it is a green tub, but all the washing we do in the daytime, that green tub gets filled with like underwear, socks, so it can be transported upstairs rather than taking them up in hand and dropping them everywhere. Well, we'd started to fill it up the other morning, and I'm not sure who found him in there, but they walked past the stairs and Binks was curled up in the green tub on top of all the washing. All the underwear and socks and stuff. Highly funny. But that was one of the days he didn't feel well, so I'm not sure if it was, you know, if that had anything to do with it, because he wouldn't eat. Ellie came down to say he'd been sick upstairs, but it was just like water and grass. So, yeah, he definitely wasn't very well. And when I did him his dinner, he didn't touch it. He sniffed it and that was about it. He didn't even get out the tub to go and eat it. Tea time, he probably had a couple of licks of meat, and that was really it. I mean, you always know with Binks, he loves his food. He wouldn't even touch the cat treats. We put him just a few out because he's got to eat something, bless him. So yeah, he wouldn't even touch those. But, touch wood, he was better yesterday, and today he's just back to normal. Cleans his bowl. You always know when he's not well. If he doesn't lick his bowl clean or he leaves something's up. But In all fairness, we've caught Binks drinking dirty water. We leave a pot in the garden full of fresh water usually, but like lately it's filled up with rainwater, so it's remembering to go out and empty it, because then it just rains again. So yeah, we've caught him in it. And then there's a drain in our back garden, and the drain cover has 2 dips in it, which is something to do with how they get the lid off. They have to put a bar in there. So there's 2 little dips in the drain, and it fills with rainwater, and he drinks it, and I've caught him twice. And then, you know, and then he ends up ill. Oh nuts, I just poured it out. So yeah. Luna, wow. I have fluffy pyjamas, and I have a pyjama top that obviously I don't wear at the moment because it's too warm. So it got folded and put to one side, ready to take upstairs. Yeah, I've not seen it since. She's commandeered it, and that's why she sleeps all day, except for meal times. She stays on there. It's quite funny. So I've lost a pyjama top. When summer properly hits, I'll probably get it back. She will go outside, because last summer she did. She spent a lot of time in the garden in the shade just because it was so warm. Oh, Reese was ringing me. I'll have to ring him back in a bit. Let me just tie this in. Do you know what? Bear with me, guys. Sorry about that, guys. But he rang like 2 or 3 times, so I knew he wasn't going to give up until I answered the phone, which I'm glad I did. Bless him. They've got a wedding to go to, not this weekend, coming the weekend after. And oh, come on. And he was just trying on oh nuts, come on, my grandson's suit for the wedding. So bless him, he got this little shirt on, his little waistcoat, his jacket and trousers. He looks so sweet. Bless him. Right, I don't even know what I was talking about beforehand, so I probably should have come back and watched a bit just to remind myself, but I don't know. Yeah. He's so grown up now. His speech is just every day. Where's that gone? Every day it gets better. Let me just get this in there so I can. That's better. He's almost talking properly. Sometimes, not very often, but sometimes when he's just kind of, we call it chundering, because he just rambles out sentences, and sometimes they don't even make sense. You can't even understand a word he says, but it's so funny because he looks at you like you understand, and it's so sweet. Riley, bless him, he knows that Logan loves Paw Patrol, and no, I'm going in the wrong hole. Riley used to like Paw Patrol quite a lot, and he had this little backpack of Chase and this storybook with, I'm not sure if it's multiple stories in it, but it was all about Paw Patrol. So Riley said, I'm too old for these now, Mum. I need to give them up, and I really want to give them to Logan. Logan being my grandson, just in case you didn't know. My first and my only grandchild at the moment. Which is a big thing for Riley, because we've always had problems with him getting rid of his things when he's outgrown them. His clothes is one of them. He had this really nice t-shirt that he absolutely loved, and I think it was Paw Patrol, and it was Rubble. He loved this shirt. If I could have left him in it 24/7, 7 days a week, he would have. He absolutely loved that shirt. And when he outgrew it, I should have, now I've, you know, kind of looked back on it. People tend to make, like, teddy bear keepsakes out of their old t-shirts, baby grows, whatever it is that they loved. And I wish I'd done that now and kept that shirt. But, you know, hindsight is a wonderful thing, as they say. We did a sort out of his toys 2 weeks ago. And I said, look, you know, you've outgrown them. We need to do something with them. And he actually shocked me because I said, whatever you don't want, bring down. Oh, sorry guys. Bring down, we'll sort through them, and then I'll take them to a charity shop. And he shocked me because he came down with the one thing I thought he'd have trouble letting go of. Now, I don't know what they're actually called, but he calls them houses, right? It's like a big plastic building, let's say Monsters Inc., which is what it was. And you have like this little turntable with the doors on. You have the canisters that they fill with screams. There's like an upstairs, there's like an office. It's kind of like a dollhouse. That's what it makes me think of. But it's like an activity house sort of thing, and you have the characters that you can stand in certain areas. And I mean, when I bought him that for Christmas a few years ago, I mean, it's only recently he's actually stopped playing with it. It was like 40 quid when I bought it. Now that's quite a lot for us. I know it doesn't sound a lot, but you know, to us that is a lot. And then he had all the figures that went with it, even extras, because he loved Monsters Inc. so much. We kept buying him the little figurines that he could play with. So I had a ton of them. And yeah, he actually shocked me and brought it down. I did say, are you sure? And he said yes, and he's not looked back once. He's not, you know, regretted it. I actually felt guilty giving it away to the charity shop. I did. And I even said that to Riley. I said I felt so bad for taking it and giving it to the charity shop. And I don't think he understood, but I know what that house meant to him and the characters. I mean, he's still got another bag that he brought down as well. He used to really love a program called Miles from Tomorrow. I'm not sure if that was on Disney. I'm not sure. Anyway, I don't know if it is still a thing, Miles from Tomorrow, but he loved it. So he's got... Oh, things are falling. Probably about 5 vehicles. One of them was a big ship. Then he had 2 little orange ships. He had the, I want to call it a moon buggy. There's another vehicle as well, I think. He's got 2 Miles from Tomorrow characters. He's got the alien character, I think the mum character, the daughter character, and, oh, what's his name? Merc. It's like an emu ostrich thing. He's got a cuddly toy of the ostrich as well, Merc, which makes noises when you press him. And he agreed to get rid of all of them. The only thing he did keep, he had a proper laser rang, it's called on Miles from Tomorrow. and he's got like a full proper one. He won't get rid of that. He said, I don't want to get rid of that yet. But just all the toys. And it's I don't want to take them to a charity shop the miles from tomorrow, because I spent loads on those. Absolutely loads. And it's just a shame. I mean, I know charity shops benefit from it. But to be honest, I have given them quite a lot the last couple of weeks. And this one is just, I've spent enough on it to not want to just give it away. And times are hard, you know. Every little helps. So yeah, him and Ellie did a big clean out of the bedroom. So they've both, oh my gosh, they've got so much space under their beds. So much space that's where Bink sleeps at night now. He goes under Riley's bed and he'll curl up next to his cuddly bear. I have no idea now how long I've been doing the video for, because I can't remember how far in I was when I turned it off. And I'm at like 9 minutes 40 odd now on the second half. I think that's over 20 minutes. We shall see. I'll know when I go to put it all together. Oops. I missed the hole. You can tell Riley and Ellie are on the Xbox. I don't know if you can hear them. They're in my room, which is right above me. And Riley, I tell you, he gets so invested in the game. And you can always tell the difference between when he's succeeding and when he's not. He almost jumps out of his chair when he's doing really, really well. And when he's not, you can hear him not getting his rag off, because he's not that bad. But you know, he's more verbal, Riley is, than and you'll hear him go, no way, or how. We've laughed at him a couple of times because he's just gone, how did you know, how? And then when he's come down, we've said the same to him as he's walked in the room, and he just looks at us. Told you you're loud sometimes, right? He says, I'm not that loud. Well, I'm sitting down here and I heard exactly what you said, so, you know. Gets so invested. Drink me coffee before it goes cold. Oh, that was my other half. He knows I have a bit of a thing for these, so he buys me a packet. Put them in my I was going to say stash them, but that sounds like I've got a stash of sweets, and I haven't. Let's untwist that. I'm not going to keep you guys for much longer. At least I've made a good start on this one. And this can go with my collection of all the others that I've got. So I can't remember how many I've got now. I've got this one, the pasta crab, the goat meal cookies goat, the jelly bean cat. I'm sure there's one I'm forgetting. I don't think I've got the koala in the teacups. Not entirely sure though, I don't want to swear on that one. I'd have to go through my tub, but I think I've got like 5. So the turtles, the jelly bean cat, this one, the pasta crab. The goat meal cookies. Yes, that's 5. So I'm not sure if I'm forgetting one. I've got that many now, right? I've got 2 tubs that sit just at the side of me here. And then I've now got one under the stairs too. So I've got 1 tub filled with my counted cross stitch. And I mean full. And then I've got 2 with all my stamped kits in. Yeah. Over says we're going to need a new house just to house all these. He's not wrong, you know. So no, actually, we'll be alright when the kids move out. I know that's going to be another few years yet, but when the kids move out, we'll be alright then. I can have a designated craft room. What did I do there? Do you know what? We'll do that one again. There we go, it's better. Right, I'll just finish this row and then I'll let you guys go. I want to get some done on Kelly's before dinner. And then this afternoon, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I've got Pandemic out. Said I was going to do Pandemic last week and it just never happened. And I've got it out now and I'm kind of, I'm not sure whether to do Pandemic this afternoon or My Castles in the Air. I don't know. I'll have to see what I feel like. Oops. I have to keep on twisting it. It starts curling otherwise. Come on. I'll finish this thread off camera then I'll put it away. Love the colours in this in this one though. It's a lot of lilacs. Right, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching and doing these few stitches with me. I'll leave the link to this in the description box just in case you want it. Saves you going looking for the unboxing. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I'd appreciate a thumbs up on your way out if you could. That would be amazing. Other than that, guys, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.